Hi everyone, Rich Kratzer, DIY Home and Lawn Care on my estate. Guess what? The soil test results have arrived, and really interesting information. Let me start with the lawn. Lawn looks pretty good. It just came out of dormancy. If you watch my video about the spring fertilizing, and I said, hey, don't get so worked up. I didn't get my soil test results back yet. Guess what? It's looking pretty good already. And I only did one cut, but more on the lawn with the soil test. So according to Penn State Extension of the Agriculture Science Services Lab, oh, wow. I wish I could say it looked good. It looks terrible. It's below the optimum range. Let me just start off by saying the pH level is 5.9. That's bad. That's really bad. I should be at 7.0 for optimum. I'm at 5.9. So, what they're recommending that I do is, my front lawn alone is about 43,000 square feet. The entire turf area is about 100,000 square feet. I would need to get the pH to where it needs to be at 7.0, I would need to apply 70 pounds of lime per 1,000 square feet. That's a lot of lime. So with that said, that is not all happening this year. I did go ahead and purchase about 500 pounds. My goal is that in the next week, I'm going to put 500 pounds of lime down. Come late summer, early fall, I'm going to put another 500 pounds of lime down. And next year, I'm going to repeat it again. So this is going to take more than one growing season, but it is something in which I have to address. But here's some real good information that Penn State put in this in the soil test. It says here, for high maintenance programs, this is for high quality lawn containing cool season grass mixes. That's what I have. You want to apply 2 to 4 pounds of nitrogen per 1,000 square feet, with an annual total amount split between 2, 3, or 4 applications. In other words, you're not going to put that all down in one application. And that you do that over the course of the growing season. Now with cool season, you don't want to put that fertilizer down in the heat of the summer or midsummer, because the grass is really not growing at that point, and you'd be stressing it by making it grow when it's under, heat and drought conditions. So you want to apply it now. I did mine in April. I'm going to hit it again with some fertilizer in mid-May. Not do anything until we get into like late August, early September, and then towards the beginning of October, I'll put in our application so I can get to that up to 4 pounds of nitrogen per 1,000 square feet. But it says here also, you split it into different applications for new lawns less than 4 years old. So I did go ahead and overseed this last year, so keep that in mind. For new lawns less than 4 years old, lawns growing on marginal soils, lawns receiving significant traffic, and/or where clippings are removed typically benefit from higher rates of nitrogen. So for all those doubters that were saying, hey, you shouldn't put that on, guess what? I was right. You were wrong. If you had a low to medium maintenance program, that's where you're going to keep the clippings on the lawn. You have some natural irrigation for watering. And then you obviously don't have a lot of people running around on your lawn. You can get away with using between 1 to 2 pounds of nitrogen throughout your growing season. But this doesn't look good. So here's the results of the soil test for the garden. Everything is above optimum. Phosphates are up, potassium's up, magnesium's up, calcium is up. what they're actually recommending, well, I should say that the total pH level is 7.7. They recommend for fruits and vegetables that it should be at 6.5. So their recommendation here is to actually put peat moss, because apparently that's acidic, and also to put sulfur. So I went up to my local hardware store, and per Penn State's recommendations, I added about 6.5 pounds of sulfur and 1 bale or 3 cubic yards of peat moss, or I should say feet, I'm sorry, 3 cubic feet of peat moss, and then I tilled that all in. They said that the sulfur is not going to really take effect for at least 6 to 8 weeks. So for those who say putting your ashes from your wood stove on your garden will make it too acidic, I've been doing that and putting a lot of ashes every year for about 18 years. And I have proof here that it did not make it acidic. It actually is more alkaline, and I'm trying to make it acidic. So for a garden, it should be at 6.5. For the turf, it should be at 7.0. So this was a great learning experience for me. Let me show you the lawn real quick on what I've done so far so you can follow that. Lawn looks really good. And if you do remember from my past video, I put a spring application of fertilizer on, which was a 3905 NPK. I followed up with a prodiamine, which is a pre-emergent for summer weed control. I also followed up with a 2,4-D application, and that's to control any weeds that were already coming out, such as like dandelion clover, wild onions and such. 2,4-D did a phenomenal job. The fertilizers obviously kicking in. That had a 1% iron in it, so it's really greening up nice. I think the pre-emergence a little early to tell because the temperatures are still quite cold, but hopefully that's going to do its job towards summer. In about another 4 weeks, I'm going to do a light dose of fertilizer, probably hit it again if I do see any other weeds with the 2,4-D, and possibly a little more prodiamine mixed in. So follow me on the journey. I think the lawn's looking great. And with any luck, we don't have a drought this year, and it'll look even better. So thank you for watching. I appreciate the comments. I appreciate if you subscribe. Always feel free to give me a thumbs up. And with that, I'll catch you on the next one.